Welcome to a chaotic, romance-soaked tour through the most addictive isekai gems the anime world refuses to let you escape from. Brace yourself. Betrayals, yanderes, villainesses, and overpowered troublemakers await. Let's dive straight into the madness. Moving to number 10, no longer allowed in another world, Isekai Shikaku. The story kicks off with a depressed, self-destructive author who gets isekai'd, not because destiny calls, but because fate looked at him and said, yeah, let's traumatize this one. Oshimi-sensei wakes up in a fantasy world that should be all sunshine and cute elf girls, yet somehow transforms into a psychological horror version of Disneyland. Monsters roam, magic flares, and he internally narrates every disaster like he's writing the world's darkest poetry chapbook. As he stumbles through battles he never asked for, companions question if he's a tragic genius or just chronically allergic to happiness. Every romantic moment, instantly ruined by his depressing monologues. Every heroic opportunity, crushed by his impulse to quietly disappear into a ditch. And yet, somehow, people still fall for him. Truly the ultimate isekai sorcery. Look, this anime is like watching a poet thrown into Attack on Titan and forced to flirt while having an existential breakdown. Every scene screams, I did not sign up for this, which is exactly why it's addictive. The romance hits weird, the humor hits darker, and the world keeps punching him emotionally. You'll laugh, cringe, and question life. Perfect combo. Sliding to number 9, Yandere Dark Elf, She Chased Me All the Way from Another World. Imagine being isekai'd, escaping back home, and thinking you're finally safe. Wrong. Because the Yandere Dark Elf you accidentally romantically flagged? Yeah, she finds you. She always finds you. And when she appears in the human world, she is not taking no, maybe, or please stop destroying my walls for an answer. Our poor protagonist lives every day like a survival game. One moment he's microwaving noodles, next moment she's hugging him with the force of a bear while smiling like she's deciding whether to date him or kidnap him. Romantic? Yes. Terrifying? Absolutely. She glows with magic, jealousy, and questionable logic. All the key traits of a high-quality yandere export. Every time he tries to explain human customs, she interprets it as a marriage proposal. Every time he attempts escape, she responds with, you're playing hard to get. Chaos, comedy, and unhinged devotion. Premium entertainment. This anime is for people who yell red flag while secretly loving the flag color. It's so chaotic that you can't stop watching. The romance is intense in a call the police but also root for them way. It's comedic horror mixed with sweetness and delusion. Elite yandere energy. Rising to number 8, I'm the villainess, so I'm taming the final boss. Aileen realizes she's the villainess in a dating sim and immediately decides, well, guess I'll romance the demon lord. This queen does not run, cry, or beg. She speedruns seducing the final boss like she's trying to cheat the system. Claude, the demon lord in question, is confused, slightly feral, and suspiciously handsome. So of course he melts instantly under her chaotic charm. Every scene is a mixture of villainous brilliance and unplanned disaster recovery mode. Aileen schemes, bribes, and battles her way through rival nobles, magical beasts, and beautifully stupid male leads who underestimate her. Meanwhile, Claude alternates between I will burn kingdoms for you and why are humans like this? The romance? Fast. The sass? Maximum. The drama? Royal-level chaos. If confidence was a weapon, Aileen could solo every isekai protagonist ever. She's witty, unbothered, and allergic to losing. Watching her flirt, threaten, and strategize her way to happiness is peak entertainment. Their chemistry is pure power couple who can destroy nations' energy. Addictive doesn't begin to describe it. Moving to number 7, how a realist hero rebuilt the kingdom. Kazuya Suma gets summoned and immediately does the one thing no fantasy kingdom expects: competence. He reorganizes the economy, stabilizes the government, and saves the nation with spreadsheets. Romance? Political alliances, battles, budgeting decisions. Magic? Only if it increases agricultural output. While everyone else is swinging swords, Suma is negotiating taxes and accidentally collecting fiancés like side quests. Licia, his main love interest, watches him civilize the entire kingdom using common sense. And honestly, that's the real charm. Who needs magical explosions when you have detailed administrative restructuring? Still, when the kingdom is threatened, Suma mixes strategy with savagery, reminding everyone that nerds run the world. Every romantic moment comes with diplomacy, subtle flirting, and discussions about national stability. Strangely adorable. This anime is for people who love romance sprinkled with government efficiency. Suma's brain is overpowered, his charm is underrated, and his battles are fought with logic instead of swords. It's wholesome, smart, occasionally chaotic, and surprisingly funny. Addictive because it makes ruling a kingdom look like a giant, romantic group project. Breaking into number 6, seventh time loop, the villainess enjoys a carefree life, married to her worst enemy. Riche has lived her life 6 times, died 6 times, reincarnated 6 times. So what does she do on her 7th run? Marries the terrifying man who killed her in a previous timeline. Smart? No. Entertaining? Absolutely. Rishi turns survival mode into wifey mode, using all her past life skills, night training, merchant experience, diplomacy, inventing, literally everything, to navigate romance with a man who flips between gentle prince and future warlord. Arnold is dangerous, handsome, and emotionally confused by Rish's refusal to fear him. Their dynamic is pure chaos wrapped in marriage negotiations. She softens his heart, prevents wars, stops political disasters, and still finds time for cute romantic moments. Meanwhile, Arnold watches her in awe like she's a miracle wrapped in unpredictability. Rish is the final evolution of villainous protagonists, strategic, hilarious, and unstoppable. Her romance with Arnold is both wholesome and packed with please don't murder me again tension. The time loop advantage makes the story insanely addictive. You watch once and instantly want the next episode. Drifting to number 5, The Vision of Escaflown. Hitomi gets swept into a fantasy world full of mecha, dragons, prophecies, and a prince with more angst than a 90s rock band. Van, the prickly king-to-be, battles fate, enemies, and his own emotional issues, while Hitomi tries to survive interdimensional chaos and unexpected romantic sparks. The world blends magical destiny with giant robot warfare, so every emotional moment is followed by dramatic explosions. Van is reckless but loyal, while Hitomi sees every traumatic event coming through visions and still can't avoid most of them. The romance is slow, intense, and sprinkled with heartache. Every time they look at each other, the universe shakes like it's shipping them harder than the audience. Escaflown is the classic romance in the middle of a world-ending war anime, and it still hits like a mecha-powered love letter. The chemistry burns slow but deep, and the emotional storytelling? Chef's kiss. Addictive because it mixes fantasy wonder with gut-punch drama and iconic 90s energy. Shifting to number 4, Why Raeliana Ended Up at the Duke's Mansion. Raeliana reincarnates into a novel, but not as the heroine. Nope, she's the side character scheduled to die early. So what does she do? Blackmails the most intimidating Duke in the story into a fake engagement. Noah, the Duke in question, instantly gives dangerous but unbelievably pretty energy. Their chemistry is chaotic perfection. Raeliana schemes to survive, Noah flirts like he's trying to speedrun romance, and every noble around them is either plotting murder or gossiping way too loudly. Raeliana's inner monologues are sharp, comedic, and brutally honest, making her one of the most addictive villainous-type leads in modern Isekai. This anime hits like a historical romance mixed with detective chaos. Noah is the definition of mysterious husband material, and Raeliana carries the story with smart survival instincts and sarcastic thoughts. Every episode ends with you screaming, "Next one!" Addictive, spicy, and funny all at once. Entering number 3, The Rising of the Shield Hero, Season 4. Naofumi returns for more waves, more responsibilities, and, of course, more emotional trauma. The man just wants peace, but the universe says, "Here, take another problem and maybe a conspiracy." Raftalia and Philo stand by him, forming one of the strongest found families in Isekai romance territory. Season 4 digs deeper into Naofumi's leadership and softer side, while still throwing monsters, politics, and betrayals at him like dodgeballs. The romance stays subtle but meaningful. Loyalty, devotion, and emotional closeness that hits stronger than flashy kisses. This season balances action and heart in a way that keeps Naofumi evolving, healing, and protecting those he loves, even if he's constantly annoyed by everyone else's stupidity. Shield Hero isn't romance-heavy, but the emotional bonds are addictive. Naofumi's growth, Raftalia's unwavering support, and the family dynamic create a deeper type of romance, one rooted in trust and loyalty. Addictive because each episode feels like survival, healing, and destiny colliding. Sliding to number 2. Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf. Kazuhiro dreams about another world nightly, then wakes up to see the elf from his dreams appearing in Japan like she just caught a flight on Magic Airlines. Marie, the elf in question, is confused, sparkly, and determined to understand this strange new world of convenience stores and weird human snacks. The duo travels between worlds, mixing modern slice-of-life charm with fantasy adventure. Their chemistry is adorable, gentle teasing, shared battles, and that growing, I think we're accidentally dating energy. Meanwhile, Marie studies Japan like it's her new favorite hobby, and Kazuhiro tries not to fall for her harder than gravity allows. This anime is cozy, sweet, and weirdly wholesome. The romance progresses with soft moments and hilarious cultural misunderstandings. Watching Marie blend fantasy logic with modern society is endlessly entertaining. Addictive because it feels warm, nostalgic, and fun, like a comfort anime with actual plot. Finally, number 1. The dark history of the reincarnated villainess. Imagine being reincarnated into the cringy dark fantasy story you wrote as a teenager, the edgy, dramatic, over-the-top masterpiece you now deeply regret. That's Iana's life. She becomes the villainess of her own teenage fanfic and must survive characters who follow her embarrassing storylines too accurately. Her love interest? A beautiful, psycho-level devoted prince who worships her dark powers. Her allies? Characters she wrote with maximum angst for no reason. Every scene is comedic self-destruction as she tries to undo her cursed teenage writing while everyone else takes it way too seriously. The romance is intense, dramatic, and unintentionally hilarious because Iana is constantly trying to stop her own plot from being cringe. This anime is pure gold for anyone who ever wrote embarrassing fiction in their youth. Watching Iana dodge her own dramatic nonsense is addictive and painfully relatable. The romance hits wild, the story hits chaotic, and every episode keeps you laughing while the drama escalates. Top-tier addictive entertainment. And there you have it, 10 romance-packed isekai adventures guaranteed to steal your sleep, sanity, and free time. Whether you crave chaos, sweetness, drama, or unhinged yanderes, this list delivers maximum addiction. Happy binge watching, Traveler.